Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're settling into the new year very well. I've noticed that things are changing, right? This is a 1 year numerologically, and I can sense the change in my own life and my friends, family, people around me, neighbors. Just change afoot. So if you're feeling that too, drop me a comment down below and let me know. Just been very interesting to watch. Each new year that comes with a new number, and it's almost like that energy is just instantly clicks. So anyway, this will be your weekly reading for the week of January 11th through the 17th. During that time, we do have the third quarter moon. So that is a time of reflection. And, really it's like the goals that you set and those things that you started during the new moon are starting to come to fruition. So you're attaining your full potential. Things are going well. You're getting rid of negativity and negative emotions. You're just not having it this week, and you're just kind of really in your groove. We then move into that waning crescent energy, which is very stable, very calm. It's a good time to be thoughtful and think about how you've grown in this past cycle and the things that you might want to make changes for, or new things that you might want to do when the new moon comes around. So keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter, Gemini. So, as always, please take what resonates today and leave what doesn't on the table for someone else. And your overall message for this reading is a time to give rather than take. All right, let's see what the Gemini Collective has going on for the week. And as I'm shuffling, I would like to say that my fun weekly reminder this week is that you really notice the world around you when it comes to synchronistic things this week. So this would be, animals that you might encounter. This could be repeating numbers or number patterns, maybe a song that you overhear or conversations, but watch for those synchronicities. That's the clues and breadcrumbs that the universe is leaving you in your unique way for your unique path. So I know when it comes to animals, like we just heard coyotes here last night, and I need to go look up. I think I did before, but I'm the worst at remembering animal attributes. But it makes me think to use the attributes of that animal that we're encountering for any situation that's going on in our life. That's to me, that's the universe saying, "Oh, look, coyote can do it, so can you." So anyway, I will quit babbling for now, Gemini. Let's get into this reading. January 11 through 17, a time to give rather than take. Your present energy right now, Page of Cups. So you're feeling a little lighthearted, got a good energy going on, ready for new emotional things, but I always call this page he's kind of our joker, right? He's definitely a comedian. Yeah, he's got the fish in the cup, and I just always laugh when I see him. So, this is just you being lighthearted, and that's a great way to start your week, and hopefully you're giving that to the world around you, right? Your current situation is the moon card. So, the moon comes in as a card of like mystery. This is about watching for those synchronicities like I was talking about, but also, using your intuition, those things that come to you in the night. This could be dreams that are coming to you. Pay attention to those things because maybe they might have a little bit more significance for you this week, more than other weeks. So, maybe dream journal those dreams that you're having and think about again those synchronicities and the way the universe is pointing you. So you might be surprised if you go around a corner and there's something new for you there, right? At the root of your situation is maybe you've been through a little bit of anxiety, and you're just kind of in let go mode, that maybe things are changing. Like I said, they're changing for everyone, and that might have you a little bit on the edge of your seat, but things are changing for everyone, so I don't think it's just you. I'm sure at some point the dust will settle, so it'll be just fine. In your recent past here is, yeah, something that you're just done with. I mean, that comes with kind of that anxiety, and again, it's changes. Almost all the readings so far have had some element of that, of like, letting go of the past, and also you embracing whatever this future is that's coming at all of us. It could be just things that are very unexpected this week. What is on your mind this week is the Ace of Swords. So some sort of mental breakthrough or aha moment. And again, if it's a time to give, then make sure you're discussing this with people around you, friends, family, your partner. If you're having these ideas and these moments, look at all the swords that are happening in the middle of you having a really good sense of humor. So, again, pay attention to those signs. If this is about things that are ending or things that are a little bit stressful, remember there's the new idea coming. It's just around the corner for you. And go ahead and, it might be an intuitive thing that it just comes up and you think, oh, I've got this amazing idea. Or I had this dream that had this thing in it and that causes this amazing idea. So definitely pay attention to those things this week. What is just ahead of you this week is the Lover's card. Isn't that the card of Gemini? I keep promising that I'm going to really understand deeply the astrology of these cards. I've got a handle on some of it. It's just a lot. It's so much information for my brain to take in. Anyway, the Lover's card. This is ahead of you. So maybe you have, a good date night coming up. I always laugh when I do Gemini's cards because my husband's a Gemini. So anytime I see a card like that, I think, oh, maybe I'm in for a date night this week, which is fine with me, honey, if you're listening. So in your advice position here is the Sun card. So, I love that. I do feel like that you're kind of letting go of some, look at the color of these cards, that you're letting go of this darkness, this anxiety, this whatever, and you are moving through maybe towards date night. And look how happy you are. Your advice is just enjoy this. Be happy right now. Your life is great right now, and just go ahead and enjoy it. There's nothing else you can do. What is beyond your control this week would be the Death card. So some sort of ending. And here we are here. You've faced this already. You're having some anxiety about it, but you're happy. So whatever is ending, and maybe the ending is about being not as happy, right? So let it go. And just really enjoy the Sun card. This is something that's just beyond your control. Nothing you can do about it. I almost feel like it's a little sideline thing. It's just some ending that's over here. And again, you're fine moving through it. I mean, it's actually an ending that you might just be happy about, which is fine too. What is your secret desire, or what are you trying to avoid? Is the Three of Pentacles. So is it your secret desire to collaborate somewhere on some project? This might be a part of this big idea that you're having. Some sort of collaboration or something that might come up for you. So pay attention to that. Again, that is either your secret desire or what you're trying to avoid collaborating. So that's a question that you'll be asking yourself this week. And there's no right or wrong answer. In fact, it'll be a different answer for different Geminis. So, ask that question of yourself and then answer it and move forward accordingly. In your outcome position is the Judgment card. So, Judgment card it's about coming to a new awareness about something. And yeah, you will make a judgment. You're going to decide that yeah, again, it's new awareness. That's what this card is about. It's about things that emerge, information that come to the surface, that causes you to have a new awareness, and it probably causes you to change your judgment of something. Um, and just accept that for what it is. Again, you've got this Death card over here that I do feel like this is kind of some sideline stuff that's going on, because otherwise, you move into this happy mode, and then you're at least thinking about maybe these things that are happening over here. What is hidden from you at the bottom of the deck, Gemini, is the Queen of Swords. So hidden from you is really, I see Queen of Swords as, the king to me is like Mr. Spock. The queen is that element as well. It's very logical, very intellectual, but it's kind of of course, the feminine side of that. It's not it's more of the understanding and the nurturing with those elements in there. So that's a little hidden from you this week, which is fine, because again, with the Sun card, with being happy there, with that Page of Cups there also, have your sense of humor, have a fun date night, have a good time. Don't let any of this, and share this big idea that you're having. Let's see what your final message is from the Soul Oracle deck. Also, your overall message again was time to give rather than take. So, be giving of all of these things. Be giving of your sense of humor, of your lightheartedness, of your intuitive thought, of this big idea. Make sure you're sharing it and just have a good time doing it. All right, Soul Oracle deck for Gemini. Soul Oracle for Gemini says, raise your vibration. So no better way to do that than with the Sun card, the ultimate happiness, getting that light, being light yourself. and spreading that around to the world. That's nice. Let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care, Gemini. Self-care for Gemini, January 11th through 17. Okay. The card that you get, Gemini, is the card that says self-worth. Why settle for crumbs when you deserve a whole meal? So make sure you're getting that whole meal this week, and make sure you're laughing again, paying attention to that intuition. Again, you've got these kind of sideline things that are going on that are a little bit darker, but it looks like things are wrapping up and ending, and you're going to come to some conclusion and judgment about it, but I think that's fine. It is a time for you to give rather than take, and that's not a bad energy. Again, we're all kind of in this chaotic mode. Your reading is not different than other people's, where things are kind of moving and changing very quickly. Hopefully that will settle down within the next couple of months. I know it's just a new year. That's what happens when we get change over to a new number. It's just a new energy for all of us. So, Gemini, thank you so much for being here with me. I do hope there was something that you can take away and use in this reading for, in some positive way in your life this week. If you're comfortable sharing, of course, drop me a comment down below and let me know. Or if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer those as well. Also, if you like my reading style, if you hit the like and subscribe button, it'll help you find me next week. And I think that's pretty cool. So come back and see if this energy continues or if there's something completely new here for you next week. So, Gemini, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.